Hello everyone, and welcome back. They needed no words. They told stories through melody. Mozart, Chopin, Schubert, Brahms, each a master who transformed music into the language of the soul. Their works were never bound to their own time. They flowed, spread, and lived alongside the world for centuries. Through verified historical sources, professional reconstruction software, and advanced AI technology, they return vivid and alive, carrying the eternal beauty of sound. Who would you like to see next? Leave a comment below. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Johann Sebastian Bach, 1685–1750. The German Baroque genius was the musician's musician and the greatest master of counterpoint in history. Though underappreciated during his lifetime, he left over 1,000 works, including the Brandenburg Concertos, Mass in B minor, and the Well-Tempered Clavier. His music blends virtuosity, spiritual depth, and flawless structure. His legacy influenced Mozart, Beethoven, and the entire tradition of Western music, earning him an immortal place among the greatest composers of all time. Frédéric Chopin, 1810–1849. The Polish-French composer and pianist was the lyrical soul of 19th-century Romantic music. He composed almost exclusively for piano, creating masterpieces such as the Nocturnes, Ballades, Polonaises, and Sonata No. 2. His music is both elegant and melancholic, filled with a deep longing for his homeland. Chopin lived a quiet, introspective life, physically fragile but emotionally powerful. He remains a solitary genius whose poetic voice transformed the piano into the most intimate instrument of romantic expression. Fanny Mendelssohn Hensel, 1805–1847. A German composer and pianist, was the sister of Felix Mendelssohn and a remarkable talent of the Romantic era. Despite societal restrictions on women, she composed over 460 works, including lieder piano pieces and choral music. Some were published under her brother's name. Only after her death was Fanny recognized as an independent artistic voice, deeply expressive, elegant, and intellectually refined, whose work adds an essential dimension to 19th-century musical history. Ludwig van Beethoven, 1770–1827. The revolutionary German composer broke classical conventions and paved the way for Romantic music. Completely deaf by age 46, he still created timeless masterpieces such as Symphony No. 9, Moonlight Sonata, and Fidelio. His life was a struggle of solitude and defiance, yet a triumph of will. Beethoven's legacy is more than music. It is a bold declaration of personal freedom through art, a voice that challenged fate and inspired generations beyond sound. Richard Wagner, 1813–1883. The German composer revolutionized 19th-century opera. He coined the concept of Gesamtkunst, a total work of art. Wagner created epic music dramas such as The Ring of the Nebulum, Tristan and Isolde, and Parsifal, blending music literature and philosophy. He transformed harmony, leitmotif, and stage structure, leaving a profound impact on modern music. Despite ongoing controversy over his political views, Wagner remains a towering, all-encompassing artistic figure in the history of Western classical music. Franz Schubert, 1797–1828. The Austrian Romantic genius lived only 31 years but left behind over 1,500 works, including more than 600 immortal lieder. He composed Ave Maria Vinterisa and Symphony No. 8, unfinished masterpieces of lyrical beauty and emotional depth. Schubert died in poverty and was largely forgotten in his lifetime. But was later recognized by the world as the quiet soul of 19th-century Romantic music. Antonio Vivaldi, 1678–1741. The Italian composer and violinist was a master of Baroque music. He is best known for the Four Seasons, a set of concertos vividly portraying nature and emotion. Though ordained as a priest, Vivaldi dedicated most of his life to music, composing over 500 concertos, as well as numerous sacred works and operas. His vibrant and energetic style left a lasting impact on European music, influencing composers such as Johann Sebastian Bach and shaping the Baroque era's expressive voice. Christoph Willibald Gluck, 1714–1787, a German Bohemian composer, was a leading reformer of 18th-century European opera. He broke away from ornate vocal display, restoring genuine emotion and dramatic integrity to the stage in works like Oreo ed Eurydice and Alcesta. Glick emphasized simplicity and unity between music and story. His revolutionary ideas paved the way for Mozart and Wagner, laying the foundation for modern opera and changing the course of musical drama in the Western tradition. Clara Schumann, 1819–1896. A German pianist and composer, was one of the most influential women in 19th-century music. A child prodigy, she began performing at age 9 and went on to compose lieder chamber music and a piano concerto. As the wife of Robert Schumann and confidant of Brahms, Clara preserved her husband's legacy while forging her own. She redefined the role of women in classical music, not just as muses or performers, but as serious, creative voices in their own right. Robert Schumann, 1810–1856. The German composer and music critic was one of the most poetic voices of the Romantic era. He wrote Carnival, Kindersanan, the piano concerto in A minor, and many later filled with literary and emotional depth. His marriage to pianist Clara Wieck was a lifelong source of inspiration. Schumann's life was marked by brilliance and mental illness, ending in tragedy. But his music endures as a radiant testament to the beauty and vulnerability of romantic expression. Gioacchino Rossini, 1792–1868. The Italian opera composer was a dazzling genius of the early 19th century. He is best known for masterpieces like The Barber of Seville, Latena, and William Tell, blending wit, elegance, and musical brilliance. Remarkably, he retired from writing operas at just 37, yet lived another 30 years in fame and comfort. Rossini's music, vibrant, humorous, and technically masterful, continues to captivate audiences worldwide and stands as a pillar of the bel canto tradition. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, 1756–1791. The Austrian child prodigy remains an unrepeatable phenomenon in music history. Performing for royalty by age 5, he composed over 600 masterpieces in just 35 years, including symphonies, the Magic Flute, and the unfinished Requiem. Mozart fused Enlightenment spirit with baroque elegance, creating works of grace, perfection, and deep emotion. His short yet intense life, marked by courtly constraints, depth, and unstoppable creativity, left a legacy beyond time and a symbol of classical genius. Felix Mendelssohn, 1809–1847. The German composer, pianist, and conductor, was one of the most precocious musical talents of the 19th century. He composed A Midsummer Night's Dream, the violin concerto in A minor, and the Italian Symphony, and helped revive Bach's music by conducting the St. Matthew Passion. His elegant style bridged classical clarity with romantic warmth. Though he died at 38, Mendelssohn left a graceful, luminous legacy that continues to enchant generations. Giuseppe Verdi, 1813–1901. The great Italian opera composer was the musical voice of 19th-century Italian unification. He created masterpieces such as La Traviata, Rigoletto, Aida, and the Requiem. Verdi's music combined lyrical beauty, emotional depth, and a powerful national spirit. His operas gave voice to the struggles and hopes of a nation. Revered not only as an artist but as a symbol of unity, Verdi remains one of the most beloved and influential figures in the history of Western music. Claude Debussy, 1862–1918. The French composer is considered the father of musical impressionism. Breaking from classical traditions, he created rich atmospheric sounds through works like Clair de Lune, Prelude to the Afternoon of Aune, and La Mer, influenced by symbolist poetry, painting, and Eastern music. Debussy's style emphasized tone, color, nuance, and mood. His music redefined harmony and structure, leaving behind a poetic legacy in modern Western music. Johannes Brahms, 1833–1897. A German composer, was one of the three Bs of classical music alongside Bach and Beethoven. He wrote over 250 works, 100 works, including Symphony No. 1, Hungarian dances, and a German Requiem. Brahms fused rigorous classical structure with deep romantic emotion. A lifelong bachelor and intensely private man, he devoted himself entirely to music. Remembered as a master of harmony and emotional depth, bridging tradition and innovation in European music. Gaetano Donizetti, 1797–1848. The Italian opera composer was a key figure of the 19th century bel canto tradition. Rising from poverty through sheer talent, He composed over 70 operas including Lucia d'Amore, Lilis d'Amore, and Don Pasquale. Donizetti's music blends elegance, emotion, and vocal brilliance. Though his life ended in mental illness, his works endure as masterpieces of melodic beauty and dramatic depth, securing his legacy as one of Italy's most expressive and prolific operatic voices. Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky, 1840–1893. The greatest Russian composer of the 19th century, blended European elegance with the Slavic soul. He created masterpieces such as Swan Lake, Piano Concerto No. 1, and Symphony No. 6. Pathetic. His life was marked by inner conflict between creative brilliance and the pain of social rejection. His mysterious death at age 53 made Pathetic not just a masterpiece, but a haunting artistic farewell. One of the most poignant final works in music history. Hector Berlioz, 1803–1869. The French Romantic composer was a bold innovator who shattered classical conventions with vivid imagination. Best known for Symphonie Fantastique, a dramatic semi-autobiographical orchestral work, he brought storytelling to the symphonic form. Berlioz was also a sharp music critic and skilled conductor. Though often misunderstood in his time, his groundbreaking orchestration and emotional intensity left a lasting legacy deeply influencing Wagner and the evolution of modern music. Karl Maria von Weber, 1786–1826. The German composer was a founding figure of German Romantic opera. His most famous work, Der Frieze, fused folklore, the supernatural and nationalism, paving the way for Wagner beyond opera. Weber composed symphonies, chamber music, and pioneering clarinet concertos. A skilled conductor and critic, he helped define Romantic aesthetics in music. Though he died young at 39, Weber is remembered as a key architect of 19th-century German musical identity. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to share it with your friends and hit subscribe so you won't miss our next exciting content.